It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Cardinals and the Broncos. All that and more coming up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
And off we go from Denver. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led up by a man undrafted out of Boise State, the nephew of a Super Bowl MVP. It's Brett Rypien.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun is Rypien. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rypien. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, Rypien. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that could be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
An early message that the secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Ripping to pass. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a guy who's moved around a bit in his career already. Out of the University of Texas, it's Colt McCoy.
This is a guy who has studied and learned the game since birth. The son of a coach, grew up in the game, understands how to motivate and how to maneuver the football downfield when given an opportunity under center.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Now a man in his second season in a Cardinal uniform. Here's James Conner. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's McCoy. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. They proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now McCoy. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Conner. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know in most cases people think you throw the ball in this situation, and when he ran, it almost felt like a little bit of a surrender, maybe a give up. But I don't know if that's really the case. They might have been probing a little bit, checking the defense and filing it away for later. They might have something working later on.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And some room to run now. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown. down by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Looking to throw on first down is Rippon. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That was second down run for Murray. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards. That back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stuck to the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. McCoy. Oh, he'll run that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside. My scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And it was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now rip it. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. The 20. And all the way home for the Broncos score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in a touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd, 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. McCoy. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I think completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. McCoy. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now Andy Lee will come on and punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. It brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 27, Rippin. Washington's got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. First action there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Defensively, they have that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Throwing on second down. Rippon. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Rippon. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt, but no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCoy. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They run behind center with Cutter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Looking to throw. McCoy. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Let's go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Back to throw. McCoy. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCoy delivers on the crosser to McBride, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a Cardinals in by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes a contact. The turnover ensues. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them been down deep. And on the first play, they gave up the run. They keep an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete. They will throw on 3rd down with Rippon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, McCoy. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says a line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
McCoy's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10 is Counter, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving the guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, McCoy. That's complete to McBride. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not grumble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Alex Singleton making a play defensively. Thought they'd run the football there on third and then just decided to try pass it, and obviously it did not pay off.
Yeah, that is conventional wisdom. You don't have far to go to pick up the first down. I wonder if they overthought it a little bit. Thought maybe they'd catch them napping and get a big play over the top. Instead, the sack occurred.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalposts, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be caught by Sutton.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. He was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ribbon on 1st and 10. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Again, it's Murray. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And a touchback as George elects not to return it. So out now come the Cardinals. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup at 7, past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards of first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, McCoy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Baron Browning, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. Front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. McCoy. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of first as the tackle is made it to 33. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Andy Lee now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. Here's a Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now ripping on 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Washington. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Blitz forthcoming as they look to throw. Room here to run. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos goal. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double it every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned it to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
McCoy's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into the 17-point deficit. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Counter. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets it a 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, a run with Counter. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. McCoy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and got them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. McCoy. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCoy. He'll get this to Counter underneath. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Cardinal offense is going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Throwing after the interception, McCoy.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McCoy trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Here's Rippon.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rippon to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletion on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again.
That goes out wide to Murray.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw again is Rippon. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now Rippon. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Montreal, Washington. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. McManus now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. The final shot before break. McCoy. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Arizona. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they weren't totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now McCoy. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on a drive's first play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. McCoy got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor, and he's able to get up here to the 26.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, it's Connor. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Here's McCoy.
Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. McCoy. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. Well, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening 5 score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Looking to throw on first down is Rippon.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Up the middle, Murray. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To throw it is Rippon. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They're going to go play action here with Rippon. And that is incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Going with a screen from Murray.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Rippon looks to throw it again. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Murray.
Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Back to throw. Washington's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Marcus Golden in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
On first down, McCoy. It's complete to Hopkins. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brendan, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 17, McCoy to Connor on the check down. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first and 10, McCoy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
McCoy's pass. 10 yards takes the pickup. And seconds and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, McCoy. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
On the check down, it's Ingram. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brendan? Third down, they just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt. They're definitely not his best.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it. It was a power play up the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ripping to pass. That's going to be caught by and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now back onto the field comes the Cardinal offense, and they're going to try for 2. Following the fumble recovery, McCoy. That's caught. And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he...
Ripping on 1st and 10. And he can't anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle. You're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this was pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCoy. He'll get this to Connor underneath. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. McCoy. Going deep for Hopkins. And this almost intercepted.
Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. It'll be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even if the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
They'll look to throw again. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now McCoy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Denver's offense now set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They've got good starting field. They come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 73 yards on the ground here for Murray. He's got a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodon guys. Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Murray. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
No doubt carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches have a reliable running game to breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the ball at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, Murray.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's a guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The gut for Murray. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the bring up a 2nd and 9.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Here the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover and double and triple, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection.
What's the deal, y'all? They can't stop.
Murray fighting maybe a yard. That's all down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal defensively to diagnose the run and stop it up.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Ribbon. And this is caught for a Bronco. Eric Silver, a 2-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. As they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think, no chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
McManus is playing. Consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is pretty much...
The early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. The reset button starting tomorrow.
Trying to shake off the interception for the last goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points, just stay right where it is.
The quick throw knocked away, it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. Through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's McCoy. Screen pass to Connor. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to fix downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This offense so far on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you know, it's the thing in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. At this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot you can do there.
Broncos coming out now. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see this top do. So they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it, and they tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go with Murray again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On what will be a 3rd and 4. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And nothing much materialized in. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Run for Murray. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves into a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a dump off here complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. McCoy. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 4th down, McCoy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Now a give. This is Murray. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
125 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
They'll run it left side with Murray. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.